This is the 18 WJTS News. In tonight's news, AK Steel has been sold to Cleveland Cliffs. The recanvass request for the Tell City Mayor's race moves forward. The special holiday postmark is now available at the Santa Claus Post Office. Zach Ruber talks with the Dubois County Humane Society. Kurt Guxell looks at sports, followed by WJTS Inform. All this and more coming up on the 18 WJTS News. Good evening, I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. AK Steel, which has a plant in Spencer County, has been sold to Ohio-based company Cleveland Cliffs. Cleveland Cliffs Incorporated and AK Steel Holding Corporation announced that they have entered into a definitive merger agreement pursuant to which Cliffs will acquire all of the issued and outstanding shares of AK Steel common stock. The transaction will combine Cliffs, North America's largest producer of iron ore pellets, with AK Steel, a leading producer of innovative flat-rolled carbon, stainless, and electrical steel products, to create a vertically integrated producer of value-added iron ore and steel products. The combined company will be ideally positioned to provide high-value iron ore and steel solutions to customers, primarily across North America. AK Steel will become a direct, wholly owned subsidiary of Cliffs, which will retain its branding and corporate identity. Cliffs will continue to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange with its headquarters in Cleveland, while maintaining a significant presence at AK Steel's current offices in Westchester, Ohio, along with its Research and Innovation Center in Middleton, Ohio. The transaction is expected to close in the first half of 2020, subject to approval by the shareholders of both companies. Receipt of regulatory approvals and satisfaction of other customary closing conditions as well. AK Steel has a facility located just east of Rockport, Indiana, along US 231. Officials are taking the first step of recanvassing next week for the Tell City mayor election. A hearing about how to proceed in this process takes place on December 10th in the Perry County Circuit Court. Incumbent Republican Jim Adams filed papers with the state asking for a recanvassing of votes. On election night, totals show Adams losing to Democrat Chris Cale by 2 votes. Cale says he is open to the recount request. Ball State University senior and Jasper student Natalie Hope and her team are creating an interactive play wall for children with disabilities to help them improve coordination, problem solving, and other skills. Hope and her team are partnering with the Children's Therapy Foundation in Carmel, Indiana, which provides physical and occupational therapies on horseback for children with diagnoses such as cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, autism, spectrum disorder, traumatic brain injury, and developmental delays. Hope says her team researched, brainstormed, and finally created a sensory item to use. It's a cruising wall. A cruising wall has a bar children can use to support themselves. The piece Hope and her partner built will feature a musical piano floor, a horse-shaped puzzle on the wall, and a sensory gel pond. The immersive learning course Hope is involved in is a continuum from last semester when students helped to propose a new design for the entire building at Children's Therapy Foundation. In this phase of the project, students are designing furniture pieces, including a sensory wall, a cruising wall, a ramp bridge, and more. Hope, a student at Ball State, is studying interior design and historic preservation and will graduate in May. She hopes to work in a multidisciplinary firm in Indianapolis. A Branchville Correctional Facility employee is behind bars. According to an Indiana Department of Correction press release, Custody officer 24-year-old Marissa Swim was arrested Monday morning. Swim is facing charges of official misconduct and trafficking with an inmate. Swim began working as a custody officer for the Indiana Department of Correction in October of 2018. She is placed in suspension without pay due to the investigation. Officials say the investigation began in August. This investigation is ongoing, and officials say more charges could be filed. The special Santa Claus holiday postmark is now available at the Santa Claus Post Office. This famous small-town post office is the only one in the world with the Santa Claus name and receives over 400,000 pieces of mail in December. The Santa Claus Post Office has offered the special postmark every holiday season since 1983. Each year, a local high school student designs the special picture postmark for use on the Christmas cards and other mail from the Santa Claus Post Office during the holiday season. The 2019 postmark is available only in Santa Claus, Indiana, on working days between December 2nd and December 24th. Speaking of Santa Claus will host a celebration of family fun on the first 3 weekends here in December in Spencer County. Santa Claus Christmas celebration events include chestnut roasting, Christmas dinner with Santa, writing a letter to Santa, and more each weekend. In addition, special events include the Santa Claus Arts and Crafts Show and Santa Claus Parade on December 14th, and the Christmas Lake Village Festival of Lights on December 14th and 21st. You can find out details about all the upcoming events at Santa Claus Indiana. That is santaclausind.org/events. For more information about the Santa Claus Christmas celebration and holiday packages, call 1-888-444-9252. That's 1-888-444-9252, or visit santaclausind.org/Christmas. St. Meinrad Archabbey Library Gallery is hosting an art exhibit called New Works, Slipware and Drawings by Brother Martin Erspammer, OSB. The show runs from now through January 15th. This exhibit features functional ceramics, small-scale mixed media drawings, and carved tiles. This is a cash and carry show with the new work replacing pieces as they sell. Smaller pieces are ideal Christmas gifts. Brother Martin is a Benedictine monk of the St. Meinrad Archabbey. He earned a master's degree in fine arts from Boston University in 1986 and began his career as a liturgical artist, working in painting, in illustration, ceramics, stained glass, and worship space design. His work has taken him throughout the United States and as far away as India. Among his recent works is a large tapestry of Christ seated in glory created for the newly renovated The Christ Cathedral in Garden Grove, California. His art celebrates the Benedictine ethos that in all things may God be glorified. For library hours, call 812-357-6401, 357-6401, or 800-987-7311, 800-987-7311. Or visit the Archabbey Library's website, stmeinrad.edu/library/hours. The exhibit is free and open to the public. Those wishing to view the exhibit may want to arrive at least 30 minutes before closing time. That has been a look at your local news. Stay tuned. Zach Ruber pays his weekly visit to the DuBois County Humane Society. Then it's your local outlook and weather forecast on 18 WJTS. Local people watching local people.